assembling with Avengers, he was walking alone in the world of professional wrestling. Over the last few years, tastemakers in Hollywood are knowing what us wrestling fans have known all along. Dave Bautista is one heck of an actor. So stand so perfectly still you become invisible to the naked eye. And let's get smartened up on Dave Bautista. I was here the whole time. You couldn't even see me. Born Michael David Bautista Jr. on January 18, 1969, he grew up in poverty in his hometown of Washington, D.C., but it wasn't just low funds, it was high crime that plagued Dave Bautista and his family. Before he was 9 years old, Dave had witnessed 3 murders on his own front lawn. And by the time Dave was 13, he was out stealing cars, and by 17, he was estranged from his parents, not living at home. But in his early 20s, real trouble would begin for Dave. At the time, he was an aspiring bodybuilder, looking to make a few extra bucks picking up some gigs bouncing at the local nightclub. One night, Dave was doing his normal duties. 2 guys were starting trouble and Dave went to go handle it. The altercation left one man unconscious. Both men ultimately survived their tussle with Dave Bautista. Dave's troubles were just beginning. The incident landed Dave with a year of probation. But it wasn't just the legal problems that were plaguing Dave. He was also struggling financially. You remember one Christmas that he had to beg co-workers to be able to buy his young children Christmas presents. Dave felt an immense amount of shame and decided he was going to get his life in order. He was going to walk the straight and narrow track to be able to give his children the life they deserved, and he was going to do that through the world of professional wrestling. The year was now 1999 and the world was preparing for Y2J. What was Y2K? Either way, Dave was set to have his first tryout with the WCW. That's right, World Championship Wrestling. Tryout must have not gone so well though, because Dave's trainer said he would never make it in the professional wrestling business. Did this stop Dave Bautista? Oh no it didn't. He took his talents up to comedic. Dave's meeting at Titan Towers must have gone well because the WWE was interested, mainly in his look and his size, but decided that Dave needed to get some more training. Dave Bautista headed to WXW, where he received trainings from the Wild Samoans Afa. That's right, the uncle of Roman Reigns trained Dave Bautista. After his training had finished, Dave was sent down to Ohio Valley Wrestling on a developmental deal with the WWF. Absolutely wrecking shop in OVW. The man was undefeated. I mean, look at him. He's literally destroying a force. There's no one in OVW who could stop this man. Since there was no one in OVW to defeat Dave Bautista, the WWF sent down the Big Red Machine Kane to try out OVW's newest monster. I was actually at this show, front row with my dad. It's kind of a core memory for me. Oh yeah, Kane didn't even defeat Dave Bautista on his own. It took the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin to come take a swing at the monster Leviathan himself to hand Dave Bautista his first loss in OVW. The year was now 2002. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was lighting up the box office and Avril Lavigne was on every single radio station imaginable. But for Dave Bautista, it was his time to be called up to the WWF. He would become the heater for Devon Dudley. Devon had recently had a gimmick changed where now he was a crooked reverend named Reverend Devon. Naming wrestlers must have been a super easy gig if you could get it. Alright, so we got this guy. His name is Sid. He's kind of a psycho, but we really need a good name for him. Oh, what about Psycho Sid? That's the best name I've ever heard of. Great work, everybody. How about we take like a 3-hour lunch? We deserved it. Great job, us. Dave's time with the Reverend was brief. Dave was approached by even a dirtier player than a crooked Reverend. I'm talking about the one and only Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair. Ric Flair saw the great promise that the young rookie had and decided he needed to snatch him up for his own group called Evolution. They called themselves Evolution because they represented the past, present, and future of professional wrestling. The past being Ric Flair, the present being Triple H, and the future being Randy Orton and Dave Bautista. Suffice to say, I think they got it right. The year was now 2005 and Dave was ready to step out on his own. And what a better way to show it by winning the Royal Rumble. And that's exactly what Dave did. And when you win the Royal Rumble, you're going to WrestleMania. Not just WrestleMania, you're going to the main event of WrestleMania to take on a champion of your choosing. At the time, WWE had 2 top titles. One was the aforementioned World Heavyweight Championship with Triple H, and the other one was the WWE title held by JBL. So the plans were set. Dave Bautista was going to wrestle JBL for the WWF title, Evolution would probably hold all the gold by the end of the pay-per-view, and Evolution's reign of terror would continue. Or that's what would have happened if Dave Bautista wasn't going to stand up for himself, because all those years he was with Evolution, Triple H was being a jerk to him. So Dave hatched a plan. And since Dave won the Royal Rumble, he got to choose who he wanted to face. Batista picked up both of the contracts, throwing the Raw contract down, siding with his brothers in Evolution. Triple H and Ric Flair looked on enthusiastically, giving him big thumbs up. Yeah, good job, good job. Batista stood there, holding the SmackDown contract, returning the thumbs up to his brothers in arms, only to do this. Dave was sick and tired of being treated like crap by Triple H, so he was going to get his revenge at the Show of Shows. Dave went on to defeat Triple H at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight title. 2005 was a great year for Dave Bautista, not only winning the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania, but he was also noted as #1 in the PWI's top 500 wrestlers for the year. A wrestling reporter named Dave Meltzer, who's basically the Roger Ebert of professional wrestling, said the Dave Bautista storyline going into WrestleMania with Triple H was some of the best storytelling that WWE had ever done. Dave Bautista had nothing short of a Hall of Fame wrestling career and is looking to do the same thing in the acting world. Nowadays, Dave can be seen everywhere, from lunchboxes, AAA video games, and Hollywood blockbusters. But despite all that, the most impressive thing about Dave Bautista is the man who Dave Bautista is. Sure, he's a professional wrestler and World Heavyweight Champion many times over. He's a literal Avenger. But the thing that's most impressive to me is his ability to get back up. Like a lot of us in our lives, Dave hit rock bottom. But Dave didn't lay there, waiting for his time to go. Life wasn't the way he wanted, and he was going to make it happen. And that's something we can all learn from. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means the absolute world to us as a smaller channel. And remember, don't take it too seriously. Life's a work. Goodbye.